Justin Pilardi has it blocked. Neil Hughes blocked it. Knocked out of bounds.
We talk a lot about the importance of the kicking game in Canadian football, where 3 downs means often every third play is a special teams play. And here are the Hamilton Tiger Cats with a rookie punter. Justin Pilardi makes 2 mistakes on this. First, taking his eyes off that ball as it's coming to him. The second one was that Neil Hughes was the only man pressuring him to kick that ball. Pilardi could have pulled the ball down, waited for 1 second. Hughes would have overrun him, and he had all the time in the world to punt it.
Roughriders looking to pounce on that mistake now. Wes Cates is pounced upon.
We'll take another look here at this punt block. Neil Hughes is coming from this side. Justin Pilardi has every opportunity to step back and step around him. Hughes is the only man there to force the kick. If he doesn't block it, Pilardi's got time to kick that football, but I think a little bit of panic set in there for the rookie punter.
Our armchair hero brought to you by Nissan. Shift the way you move. 2nd and 7 now. Going over the top, and again, an overthrow. So Luca Conchi will try to get 3 points off of this turnover. We've had a number of turnovers here today, but only 3 points off the turnover earlier in the game by Luca Conchi, and he will try to do that again. Only perfect so far. Began the day with a 74% ratio. Successful field goals made. 35-yard line this time. And once again, 5 for 5. And the Roughriders have a 23-14 lead. Closed captioning of the CFL on TSN is brought to you by TELUS, proud sponsor of the Canadian Football League. Back at Mosaic Stadium, Roughriders open up a 23-14 advantage on what is a very special year in Regina for the football club. 100th anniversary celebration. Riders trying to stretch their record today to 4-1. Cornegay encroaching on that line again and offering a little pressure.
Well, Cornegay, number 24, one of the most versatile players in the Canadian Football League, is going to come on that blitz off the edge. Situation where they're only rushing 4 guys, but Cornegay, the blitzing linebacker, gets his hands up.
2nd and 10. Quick hitter up to the 50-yard line. His favorite target, Arland Bruce. A year ago, this Hamilton team came to Regina, as we said earlier, trailed 23-0 at halftime. Scored 16 points in the 3rd quarter. Eventually did lose the ball game, but it was kind of a turn of the tide for the Cats in their season because Arland Bruce started to heat up and Kevin Glenn took control at quarterback. Eventually they went on to the playoffs in a 9-9 season. Glenn play action rolling, and over the middle again down to the 40-yard line of the Riders is Arland Bruce. Arland Bruce has been racking up some big real estate here.
Well, he sure has. Bruce came into this game with 16 catches for 211 yards. He seems like he's on a mission to try and double his numbers all in one game. This is what we expected from Arland Bruce after going through his first full training camp with the Hamilton Tiger Cats, being comfortable in this system from day one. It's taken him a few weeks to get going.
On 1st down inside the 34-yard line. 5.5 yards. Saskatchewan defense again that has given up the most points in the CFL leading up to week 5. Now keep in mind a lot of those points also came in game 1 when the Montreal Alouettes put up 50. Number a little skewed, but the Riders still trying to find their continuity defensively. Second down, little slant, picked off. Lance Frazier. Loads of room. Frazier. Kevin Glenn, the last man, stays in bounds. Lance Frazier out at the 2-yard line. Turnover's a killer right now for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Huge return on that interception by Lance Frazier.
Kevin Glenn has thrown 2 interceptions in this football game, and both of them have gone off the hands of his own receivers. This time trying to hit Dave Stala on that slant. A reaching catch, but nonetheless a catch Stala not only usually makes, but has to make for his quarterback.
That time, Mr. Second Down saw the ball tip into the hands of Lance Frazier. A 77-yard return, his second pick of the season. Down near the goal line they go again. Brisarka plowing. But not getting in, and it will be second and goal. Yeah, both picks against Kevin Glenn today can't be put on the quarterback.
No, they sure can't. Once again, a catch. You know, Dave Stala is one of those guys you'd bet your house on him catching the football if it gets anywhere near him. One of the most sure-handed receivers in the Canadian Football League.
Durant behind center again. Second and goal. Sarka. And Wes Cates. Durant fumbled the ball. And now on third down, once again, after another turnover, the best the Saskatchewan Roughriders are going to be able to do is a Luka Kanji field goal. And the Roughriders, even though they have the lead, and even though they have had a couple of picks, just have not been able to capitalize fully on those turnovers.
No, they sure haven't. Have first and goal from in that tight and have to settle for 3. That constitutes a victory, or in this case more of a loss for Saskatchewan than a victory for Hamilton.
This would make it 6 for 6 for Luka Kanji. This one just a little chip shot. Bores it through. And another 3 points on the board. 26-14 now the score. Let's go back and review the interceptions by the Saskatchewan Roughriders after 2 receivers really should have had the ball.
Yeah, similar type routes. Maurice Mann in the first half on a slant route. Had it go off his hands. Luke Mullender gets the pick. Here, Dave Stala deflects the football into the waiting hands of Lance Frazier.
Saskatchewan Roughriders, who only had 3 interceptions before today, 2 by James Patrick in the last game, so their ball hawks doing a job. And look who came back, and it was Chris Bauman who was able to knock him out of bounds. Arlen Bruce on the hitch.
Arlen Bruce sends a little bit of a message with the way he ran that football. But Chris Bauman's tackle ultimately saved his team 4 points. Little play action hitch screen from Kevin Glenn to Arlen Bruce. Lowers the shoulder on Lance Frazier on that one. I think he was mad at him about that interception.
Maybe final play, third quarter. Hamilton will have the wind in the final quarter. Clock playing with Daniel. Buried by Lance Frazier. who had the longest return of an interception in his career, 77 yards, only resulted in a field goal. The Riders have a 26-14 lead after 3. Heading to the fourth quarter here at Mosaic Stadium in Regina. Roughriders by a dozen. Our statistics brought to you by Tim Hortons, proud sponsor of the CFL.
And both these teams, again, virtually identical in terms of the yardage they've generated. Why does Saskatchewan have a 12-point lead? You take a look at those turnovers. Hamilton turning the ball over 3 times. Saskatchewan just 1. It's that giveaway takeaway ratio that makes a difference.
Hamilton Tiger Cats should be thankful right now that it's only a 12-point lead, because the Saskatchewan Roughriders have left 15 possible points within the 5-yard line.
Yeah, they sure have. You look at 4 trips inside the Hamilton 5-yard line. 2 field goals and a touchdown is all they have to show, with Darian Durant having thrown that interception to Jamal Johnson in the end zone earlier.
I'm sure that's something, win or loss, that they'll be talking about this week in Regina. And Bruce again. A shoot top catch by Arland Bruce. He's been a one-man wrecking crew for the Hamilton receiving corps today.
He sure has. Nicely run route, and even nicer catch from Arland Bruce going down to scoop that one off the turf.
Again, we talked about his success before this ball game when he plays against Saskatchewan. Now 9 touchdowns in a dozen games. He has thrown up, caught up some huge numbers today.
11 for 190 thus far.
Tiger Cats know they have to find the end zone soon. Go right down the sideline, Marcus Thigpen, and there is no penalty flag there. Wanted an illegal contact call, but will not get it. Looked like both receiver and defender are jockeying for the ball.
Kevin Glenn may have been throwing this one into a little bit of traffic in hopes of catching the defender, Tad Cornegay, with his back turned and drawing a flag. Cornegay, incidental contact there as he manages to get himself turned around to face the ball.
Tad Cornegay, who spent 2 seasons in Hamilton, the last 4 in Saskatchewan. Big second down play. Glenn has time, and in traffic, and making the catch and taking off for the end zone. Maurice Mann won't get there. But Maurice Mann with a big play here for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, as Kevin Glenn threaded the needle.
Maurice Mann lines up as the outside receiver on this play, uses motion to hit the line running. The 2 Rider defenders collide, but nobody touches Maurice Mann. Good awareness to get up, keep running. From a Saskatchewan perspective, great effort by number 45, middle linebacker Mike McCullough, to run down the receiver Maurice Mann.
And they are challenging that last reception. Ken Miller throwing a challenge flag here, possibly feeling that Maurice Mann was down earlier, and did pick up about another 15 to 20 yards after the catch.
Well, we'll take a look at it and determine whether Mann was touched before or after he caught the football.
He has to be touched on the ground.
Correct. I really don't think from the time Maurice Mann went down that anybody was even close to him to touch him.
And both defenders collided with each other.
And if the defender touched him before he fell,